So hello everybody. I had my coffee. We went to Denny's. We had breakfast. We celebrated my mother-in-law's birthday. She turned the ripe old age. I was gonna say age, but she's 71 young. Yeah. So right now on top, on YouTube, there's the Disney Channel Live is 24 hours Halloween Town movies. So I just finished watching the Halloween Town High, and now I think this one is when she's in college, when they switched the Marnie. I only liked Kimberly J. Brown. The other Marnie was good, but you know, she's not the original who was there from, you know, all the other Halloween towns. So yeah. So anyway, my mom's coming back pretty soon. She's been in Pahrump for a month since her birthday because my auntie lives out there, and they're very close. You know, my auntie's like a sister to me. So she's coming back soon because you know what? I need her back because you know why? Trick or treat. You know what I found? In my backyard, right? I was out in my front yard. I took a glimmer at my backyard and I said, oh my God, Kayla, go look. What is that? Yeah, it's a rat or a mouse, I'm not sure, but it's dead. There's flies on it. I'm a chicken, I'm getting heebie-jeebies. I cannot do it. Not even my husband wants to do it, but my mom, she's usually brave. So we're gonna see if she wants to do it. Clean it up, and then we're not gonna put it in our trash can. No. We're gonna go walk down to the park that's like 5 seconds away and dump it in that garbage. Las Vegas is known for having a rat and mouse problem, and our neighbor, they sprayed their yard and they said, you know, better watch out. They'll probably come to our yard. And yes, it came to our yard. As you know what? It's dead, so that's all that matters. I'm going to try do a peppermint oil spray mixture because I heard like spiders and mouse and rats and stuff, they don't like the smell of peppermint oil. It smells good to us, but it doesn't smell good to them, and it keeps them away. So yes, I am going to definitely try that. And then let me see, I'm just keeping you updated what's been happening in our little lives. Last week there was an incident at school. Krislyn got suspended. She only got suspended for 1 day. I'm not mad at her. She punched a boy, which she shouldn't have. I always told her, control your rage. Don't punch someone, right? But I know this boy, and a lot of people at the school don't like him. He gets a lot of people in trouble. It's like the school is scared of him and his parents because they always threaten to sue, or they sue. I've heard they sued his last school or something. People say that's how he gets rich, because he sues people. But it was, you know, it happened on a Monday where he was banging his chair into Kayla's chair, and she said, you know, can you chill out, okay? And then he said, you know, the F word, F you, and he called her ugly. She told her teacher, and I guess they called him down to the office or whatever. They talked to him, but then she told us what happened. And so Krislyn went looking for him at recess. She found him, confronted him, and he was getting stupid with her, like calling her, you ugly. It's like he's asking for it. And so she punched him, and then her and her friend was chasing him. And so he complained, and they showed and on Wednesday, I guess they showed Krislyn the videos because the school does have camera. Show her punching. She says she nipped him. She barely touched him, but he's like, no, you know, she hit me. I got a bruise. But it doesn't matter because they have a no hands-on policy. So the school called me, and I had to come pick her up right away. It was around 11 o'clock, and they felt really bad. They did not want to suspend Krislyn because she's a good student. She's been there since she was in 6th grade, and she's in 8th grade now. She's never gotten in trouble in all of her school career. This is the first time she ever hit somebody. Never thought she would, but she is my daughter, so yeah, I can believe it. And so So they felt really bad because they know Krislyn, but most suspension is a 3-day suspension, but they only suspended her for 1 day because they wanted to defuse the situation basically. So she couldn't go to school on Thursday, and then Friday was Nevada Day. So she couldn't go to, so there was no school. So, you know, so she went back to, so she's going back to school tomorrow, which is Monday. So then, you know, the more I think about it, I was like, well, you know what? This kid, to me, he verbally assaults Kayla. He doesn't only verbally assault her. So he's not like picking on her, like pointing her out. It's just her, right? So a whole bunch of other kids in her class, like girls and stuff. He's just very mean. To me, he reminds me of like Jekyll and Hyde, because he's very mean to them. You know, he'll be like mean to you one day, and then the next day he's like, oh, I'm sorry. But he thinks him and Kayla are friends, and Kayla's always like, no, I'm not friends with him. Hell no, you know? But she has a thing with her hurting people's feelings. So she doesn't just come out and say, you know, you're not my friend. And so he even tried to lie about her. He said, he told the lady in the office that, oh no, she told me to shut up. And they asked her about it. She's like, no, I swear I did not tell him to shut up. And I believe her. She doesn't lie. She doesn't even like when we joke with her. You know, she gets very emotional and whatnot. But her and Krislyn, they pretty much tell me everything that happens to them, like ask you or whatever. I try to keep that open and honest relationship between us. And Krislyn punched a boy because she was defending her sister, because she remembers since 4th grade he's always kind of had a mean attitude and just picking on her. And so, you know, I even texted one of Kayla's friends' mom and asked, like, hey, is this boy ever mean to her and whatnot? And she said, yeah, her daughter says that he's mean to everybody, and she tells her daughter to just stay away from him. So he's in every single one of Kayla's classes. He doesn't necessarily sit directly next to her. He sits like behind of her or diagonal stuff. But I said, you know what, from now on, since there's always a problem with this individual boy, I told her, just don't engage with him anymore. Just don't talk to him. He gives you problem, you tell your teacher. And if there's any more problem, you tell me. I'll tell your teacher, like, to move him. Not move her, move him. Yes, so he lies a lot. He gets a lot of people in trouble at the school. I mean, a girl called him a name last year. Well, because it was like reading week, you dressed up. I don't know if he was supposed to be Peter Pan, but he looked like a Christmas elf. And all the girl told him was, you look like an elf. And he complained to the office about her, and she was suspended for calling him an elf. So a lot of people have issues with him. They don't like him. They think he's a bully. But like I said, the school is scared of him. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I did open up a bully investigation, because this has been going on since she was in 4th grade. And I'm trying to stand up for, you know, all the other kids who are afraid to speak up, or who can't speak up, or who can't tell their parents about this. Hashtag stop bullying. So I'm so glad that my kids stand up to a bully. They don't take anything lying down. And if they have an issue with anybody, they do tell me. And, you know, I volunteered a lot at the school too, so I can see and I hear what's going on at the school. So, you know, I'm proud of Krislyn. She stood up for herself, but I say, don't do that again. Don't let it happen again. If you have a problem, tell me, and we'll just take it to the people, because, you know, violent really isn't the answer. But I know she was trying to defend her sister, because, you know, she came home crying that day. I mean, well, he made her cry when it happened, and she looked sad after school that day. And so I told her what happened, and she told me. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. And Krislyn just has to make up a couple of tests that she missed. She missed her math test, and she missed her science test. And I told her science teacher, because I ran into her when I was at school on Thursday volunteering, and I told her, do you know what happened to Krislyn? And she didn't know. And I said, well, you know, she got suspended, you know, for punching a boy, defending her sister. And, you know, like, Krislyn is this hero at school. They're like, good for her, defending her sister. And Some of them were like, oh, they wouldn't even think Krislyn would punch somebody. Because if you look at her, innocent, quiet, shy, skinny girl. But I know she does have a temper. And when I told my friend about this, my friend's like, I believe she would punch somebody. She is your daughter. I'm like, yeah. When I was younger, I had a lot of issues at home. My parents breaking up and, all that. So, but I did have, they did put me into anger management class when I was in high school because I had all this rage. But I don't want Krislyn to have all that rage. It's not funny. But I always tell her violence is not the answer. But this boy had it coming, and this boy is a troublemaker. This is a charter school. He doesn't have to be there. They can get rid of him if they want, but they're afraid of his parents suing. I mean, I don't know what would happen if I meet the mom, because I could end up in jail, and then someone will have to bail me out because I will attack her. Because you know when somebody attacks your child, because the next day they came to the next day, he's like taunting Kayla. He's like, my mom says if your sister ever lays a hand on me, we're going to file a police report and we are going to sue. I mean, that's all they do is sue. They always tell the school that I'm going to sue, I'm going to sue, I'm going to sue. These are for people who don't know how to have a civil conversation. I mean, these parents are idiots. They're the only people who cannot see how their son is behaving, how he's acting. I mean, he's a boy, and he picks on these young 11-year-old girls. He was held back. He's in 6th grade, but technically he's supposed to be in, I think, 8th grade. I'm sure if 7th or 8th grade, but he's 12 going on 13. And so it's not like Krislyn picked on a little boy, he's technically about her age. So, but he's picking on these 11-year-old girls. Just being mean, just saying mean things. You're a boy. Don't be saying mean things to these girls. Come on. So anyway, that's my rant. So anyway, until next time, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, aloha.